Women's Sports Now, everybody. We have multiplied. I'm so excited about this guest. She knows sports. She knows Philadelphia. She's never been shy about telling people what she thinks. She's the host of the great podcast, Not Gonna Lie. It's Kylie Kelce in the studio.
Thank you for having me.
Yay! Okay. So obviously we're going to start with Philadelphia.
Of course.
Because where else would we start?
Because go Birds.
Yes, exactly. Go Birds, everybody. Just a hearty go Birds to you. So Philadelphia is finally getting a WNBA team. Yeah. So what took so long, do you think, one? And then two, what is the trait that this team absolutely has to have for the city to embrace it?
Let's start there because I think it's a simple answer. It's one word. It's grit.
Yeah.
My husband says it all the time. One of the main things that he's seen as athletes come in and out of Philadelphia is if they are willing to work hard, the city will embrace you. And they'll tell you when you're doing poorly, but they're gonna love you even more when you can acknowledge it, accept it, and work harder to get over it. So I think as long as athletes that come into our city have grit, they will be adored. I think that Philly showed that we were ready when Unrivaled came through. It was honest, like truly, I cannot emphasize enough how incredible it was to be in that building for that event. And watching the athletes there, watching it in the 3-on-3 format was so much fun.
Sick.
And not only that, but everybody in the stadium knew why we were there. We knew what we were cheering for. And I think all the athletes could feel it. I really do hope that they felt that Philly was ready. The only thing we have to figure out before it comes is the name.
The name. Okay, hold on. Wait a second.
We were just talking names a little earlier.
Okay, so I've thought of just a couple, and I feel like she came with those. I know the Liberty Bells is fine. It makes some sense.
That's a little girly.
Like,
It feels a little girly.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a little girly.
Yeah,
It makes sense.
Well, there's an AAU team
makes
called the Philly
sense.
Bells, just FYI.
Okay.
is.
All
Or we
right.
could name it after the Sirens
I would
and just
say-
talk
But
about
there's
throwing
also
men
a
up against
Liberty
the rocks.
already.
Oh,
There is a
that's
Liberty
right. Okay.
already.
The Philadelphia PPA, because they have a relentless attack. That is the
do.
Philadelphia Parking Authority.
I was like, what is it? You don't have to translate.
No, I was with you. I was with you.
I'm speaking Philly at the end of the table.
Why not call them the Link, and we can name it after like an old building and a jail that was below it? I mean, that
Well,
feels
that's
like it feels
that's Veterans Stadium.
And there's the Link.
The Link. But I still like the Link.
So the Link are going to
Lynx.
play the Lynx?
Yes, exactly. Sarah, keep them
Yeah.
right.
What about
thought it was
Philadelphia
something funny right on the
Johns? The
spot.
Philadelphia Johns is fine. It feels
It's
like
fine.
John is starting to jump the shark a bit, though. But it's a Philly thing.
John?
I don't think she's like any of the suggestions.
As in, like,
Listen, they're going to get better. The
Okay, go
pretzels,
ahead. Yep.
Because they can twist the Philadelphia pretzels. They can twist up opponents.
Okay.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I feel like it seems, maybe it's too obvious, but my personal favorite would just be the Philadelphia Broads.
Okay, thank you for saying that.
Yes? Okay. No?
No.
Did I walk into it?
No. Helene, I am
I've been
with you.
thinking about this, Holly.
Here's the deal.
A while.
I think that there is a population of people. Now, I've heard a lot of different feedback, especially being in Philly, but then also just perusing online. I've heard a lot of people have issues with broads, like the Philly Broads, because I think that they think that it's like a derogatory name towards women, that it's like that person's a broad. If you have trouble with that, I don't think you should come to Philly. I would not necessarily. Yeah, like I would think that, and I'm on record saying this previously. I would think that if we were to call them the Philadelphia Sweethearts, that would be more offensive. You get it? Did you see her face? Did you see her face?
hate it. Say, listen,
Sweetie, sweetheart.
Get
Philadelia
out
Huns.
of
Hiya,
here.
Hun.
I will punch
Exactly.
you in your water ice.
That's it.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Oh, okay, hun, is like,
Okay, hon.
so I feel very strongly that I think the Philadelphia Broads would be
I
really,
love
I think would
What's
be
the like, where is this coming from?
So Broad Street runs directly through the center of the city. At the end of Broad Street is where the collection of the stadiums are right now.
And
obviously
every parade
there's a
route for every championship
Straight
goes
down
down
Broad
Broad
Street.
Street.
I like a double on time. I think it's not a bad idea.
Right?
So,
Yeah.
I was
I
going
love
to say
it.
pole climbers, but that also has a negative connotation.
Sarah!
That's just when
everybody gets a free set of heels.
That's just because I'm
from Georgia, and Atlanta is synonymous.
I'm
with
so glad you came.
I love it.
We
I
get
love
you
it.
straight here. Hey, Teal.
We might be flushing out all the things that we have been having issues
what we
with
do
back
on
home.
women's sports.
I like
That's how
it.
we roll.
Yes.
No problem. Just saying.
Well, I have a question though, because you said everybody that comes there has to have grit. You guys just got a couple players coming your way. You got Jaylen Brown, you got LeBron, who's actually going to be living in New York. So
That's
how
the
does,
rumor.
that is rumored? How does the Philly folks feel about that?
I think that Philly loves the fact that LeBron clearly has an awareness to it is now in Philly. And that's really exciting. It's an exciting time to be watching sports in Philly, especially because we've been waiting for this moment for the Sixers. The whole trust the
been
process.
trusting the
We've been
process.
trusting this process. If this is the process, I'm so in. It turns out I'm in. But it's exciting. For someone who is not only as outstanding of a player as he is, but then to know his mind behind the game, right? He has flushed out every possible outcome and knows it through and through. So if anyone is going to buy in and trust the process and invest in Philadelphia sports right now by also including themselves in that opportunity, I feel like that's the perfect nod to this is our time.
Yeah.
And that's really exciting.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Sixers.
Yes.
10, 9, 8, 76ers. So we're ready.
They're speaking a whole different language right now. This is kind of crazy to see.
I feel ganged up on it.
It's like, wow.
That's actually how we like
do
it.
it. Sarah.
Wow.
Let's talk about the state of women's sports. I love having you here. And,
Let's talk about the state of women's sports.
you know, I thought this was going to be a good idea, and this whole thing has gone away.
This is the greatest show of my life.
Never getting invited
the
back.
adult in the room.
You know, I thought this was going to be a good idea.
Sure.
That said, we can just go out and get cocktails. Right now.
Perfect. Done.
God, what parish you from?
Right?
Shall we shift? We can talk more about the sirens. I'm just
Just
right
go,
back to-
Suze.
I thought we would talk about the state of women's sports because, quite honestly, Broad over here. Let's talk about this because I think the fact of the matter is that people are afraid of a name, like, oh, it's going to be offensive.
Yeah.
And, like, my point of saying this is that I think women can take a name like that.
Yes.
And I think the way that people are treating women sometimes still, we're seeing a
I
lot of
know.
great advances in how women are received, having Jason Sudeikis on earlier talking about his appreciation and his fervency for women's sports. I think that what's in a name, it's a great name, and people should be less afraid of the connotation of it and just say, like, women can take it. It's the same, like, we talk about this all the time with the altercations on the court, the physicality of the court, people get uncomfortable with it. Whereas the way I see it is, these women can take it, so bring on a big name like that, because I think the state of women's sports has changed so dramatically.
Yeah.
Well, I wish people would be a little more offended about, like, the pay differential or things like maternity leave. I mean, things that actually, I do think that people would be more outraged about a name than something that actually has depth to it. So to your point, yeah, I think that it's like a surface level outrage in the women's sports of it all. It's like, yeah, we got maternity rights. And they're like, yeah, but what about those broads? It's like, come on, bro. Like, so I do think that there's something there with that.
Yes, pick your battle. What do you think?
I also think that if anyone is going to side with a name that represents toughness and grit, like the word broad, I feel like it's athletes, right? Like, of all people in our population, athletes, especially female athletes, we want to be strong. We want to be tough. Like, that's that's what's an asset to us, right? And that's part of the beauty of what's happening right now in women's sports and just for women in general. Young girls are getting these athletes in front of them that are showing that a strong body and what your body can do for you is an asset. It is valuable, and we should look at it in a positive light. And so that's what we have as athletes.
Yeah, I've
We're
always
tough, we're
appreciated
gritty.
your body positivity, the conversations that you have about it's okay to be strong, it's okay to have a body that will power you through, as opposed to what we see out there, which is constantly these images of tiny little people. But anyway, I think that's great, and that's so how we feel here at Women's Sports.
Right. And the fact that it's 2026 and people are just still dissecting women's bodies, like that is something that is pervasive in sports in general. And it's like, come on, what year? Where are we living right now? What decade are we in? So, you know what? You're going to stick around? Is that right?
do it.
I love
Let's do
that.
it.
Kylie Kelce is with us for one more segment.
We didn't scare her off.
And we got a lot of questions still.
I didn't get kicked out.
Yay!
In the studio on
women's sports now. Kylie Kelce is with us for yet another segment. She might change her mind and let me know it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about these important issues, though, in women's sports. We talked about this in the break, about women's bodies and the language that goes along with it. And what do you see as the biggest challenge to putting out a positive image? Like, Renee, I'll start with you as a former athlete.
Yeah, I just think, like, if people think that women are being sensitive, what's the guy from Superbad? What is his name? Jonah Hill. He literally talks about his body and his positivity. It's not a thing that, like, just is an only women thing. It's like everybody's living in their skin. So when I played back in my day, when I was playing, it was like nobody cared what they would say. Like, if they would say, like, oh man, she's wide at the bottom, or yeah, like these were things that could have been harmful to the brain, but we were kind of like in the sports world. It was a little maybe toxic back then. The more I talk about the sports world I lived in, the more I realized that mental health was not a part of my sports journey. And so I love to see basically the progression of what's happening now.
I feel like, too, I mean, just taking in the combine with the NFL, I sometimes think that the way that we talk about men's bodies is super weird. So just in general.
I agree.
Okay, so your podcast, right?
No, but you didn't even ask her what her opinion is.
I mean, I said it before. I love where we're headed with the way that we are shedding such a positive light on women's bodies and specifically what they can do for you. That was always my asset as an athlete, was that I could appreciate my body. I was taller than everybody. I was thicker than everybody. Like, I had thick thighs and a backside. And I will tell you what.
Body okay.
In any other, I still remember I was a freshman in high school. I bent down next to my friend's desk to talk to him about something that we were working on in class. And he looked over the side of his desk at my thighs and said, "Whoa, those are thick." And I was like, "No."
Oh my God.
Okay. Well,
We're about to, like, come on, who is this guy?
They're an asset in field hockey, right? Field hockey is all lower body. I couldn't do a push-up to save my life, but I could squat some heavy weight. And those are the things that in that moment, had I not had field hockey to have the positive mindset about my thighs and about the way my body worked for me, I would have never been able to move past that. That would have sat with me in a really negative way and it would have festered. And it didn't have that opportunity because I knew what my body did for me and that it worked hard in field hockey. And so I feel really fortunate that that's how my brain has been able to appreciate my body. And I hope that young girls get to see that. I hope they see the athletes that are doing it right now and they get to use that as an example, but also I hope they see it within themselves. And I hope their coaches and the people who are with them on a daily basis are making sure to say, like, you can do that because you're strong.
And this is what you're going to hear on the Not Gonna Lie podcast.
Yes, we
Guys,
talk about it a bit.
The description, it says that she's armed with 1 mic and 0 Fs, which I love. Not Gonna Lie with Kylie Kelce, available wherever you get your podcasts. So we only have about, I don't know, 2.5 minutes
Rapid
left.
fire. Let's go.
We are going to ask you questions. You're going to give us advice, okay? And you can maybe start it with Not Gonna Lie.
And you can't lie. Okay, so my question is, this is like a column. So my question is, my wedding got canceled because it was for 2020 and COVID happened. We didn't get back any deposits. Am I obligated to do now a wedding, like an anniversary, like for our 10-year anniversary? Am I obligated to like have a real wedding now?
Obligated, no. But I'm not gonna lie, it would be a really good party. It would be a really good party. I think you could just throw an anniversary party, like a 10-year anniversary party would be, I mean, it'd be fun.
Okay.
And
But also don't feel obligated to. You could also
money. We
I was
would've
just gonna
dodged a
say
bullet.
I was just gonna say you could spend that money and go on a really nice anniversary trip.
Yeah. So I I got married July 6th. Susie came to my wedding from another wedding, which was kind of like riding in first class and then staying in an Applebee's. But here we are.
Ridiculous.
And before my wedding, I drafted my all-wedding team of like celebrities, and I drafted you as the officiant that I would have wanted. And I wanted to know for my next wedding. For my next wedding, will you be my officiant?
1,000% I will.
Yes.
Great.
Not gonna lie, it would be a huge honor.
All right, my turn. My kids have been gone all summer. They're back after being gone 6-7 weeks.
Yes.
Am I obligated to spend time with them now?
No. You and the dog.
Colleen. Okay, last one. So my neighbor the smoke detector has been going off at my neighbor's house for 2.5 days now.
Yes.
He allegedly
okay?
is deaf and insists that it's
Hurry,
not
hurry.
his.
Got it.
Also potentially a hoarder. What should I do?
Oh my gosh.
Help.
Do you want to? Should we go knock up?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why
He's
not?
deaf. How does he hear the knock?
Okay, so this is what you do. You go up, you knock up for him.
Okay.
If he comes to the door, you say, "Now I know you're not deaf. I know you're not deaf. And I want to let me in now."
Yes,
Come on.
I mean, I'm just gonna say this. Thank you for coming on the show today.
So
Thanks
happy to
Jason
come.
Sudeikis. And oh, by the way, thanks to all of you watching Women's Sports Now, because you really never know what you're gonna see when you watch Women's Sports Now. I hope you all have a great week, and I hope you come back next week.
Go Birds.